Alright, hi, good day everyone. So today we are going to be doing section 1 in paper 1, past papers from 2024 to 2017. Please note that section 1 is known as your number theory section, and it is usually 1 to 6. So in May, June 2024, paper 1, number 1 to 6. So let's start with number 1. Number 1, it says minus 3 squared plus minus 2 squared. What do we know about minus 3 squared and minus 2 squared? We know that minus 3 squared means minus 3 times minus 3. We also know a minus by a minus is a plus. So we will say a minus and a minus is a plus, and 3 by 3 is 9. So this would be 9 plus minus 2 by minus 2 is 4. So 9 plus 4 is 13. So our answer is D. Number 2 says, what is the value of the digit 6 in number 48.621? Now this is number placement, right? We know when we have 48.621, this is ones, this is tens, this is tenths, hundreds, and thousands. Right? So this placement is 6 tenths, which is 6 multiplied by 1 over 10. So the answer would be B, 6 over 10, because 6 multiplied by 1 over 10 is 6 over 10. Right? This question number 3, what number when added to 1 and a third gives you 2? So what this question is saying, 1 and a third plus some value is going to give you 2, right? Immediately you could you can see that the answer, you can use the answers here to get it. So 1 and a third plus a third would give you 2? No, that would be 1 and 2 thirds. 1 and a third plus 2 thirds would give you 2. Let's see, 1 and a third plus 2 thirds. You know, 1 plus nothing is 1. And because your denominators are the same, we simply add our numerators. 2 plus 1 is 3. So it'll be 3 over 3, which is a whole. So that's 1 and 1 would give you 2. So we know for a fact that B would be your answer. Okay, so number 4, they said that the next term in the sequence. They want to know the next term in the sequence. When we're doing sequence questions, there are a series of things that needs to be going on in your head. The first thing is, what type of numbers are those? Is it squared numbers? No, so we know it is not by squared, right? We usually find the difference between your second term and your first term. So 6 minus 1 is 5. Then you say 13 minus 6 is 7. Then 22 minus 13 is 11. Right? So what, and then, hold on, no, that's 9, sorry. And then 33 minus 22 is 11. When we look at the difference, we have 5, 7, 9, 11. We can say that it's either odd numbers, right? 5, 7, 9, 11. The next one would be 13. Or you could say that the difference between the difference in the one of the terms and the previous term, right, is 2. So 5 plus 2 would give you 7. 7 plus 2 would give you 9. 9 plus 2 would give you 11. 11 plus 2 would give you 13. So we know that our next term would be 33 plus 13, which is equal to 64. So the answer for this would be C. Number 5. Let's read this question and I'll explain. What is the least number of apples that can be shared equally among 6, 10, and 15? So they want another word for least is lowest common number. What is lowest common number, or LC, lowest common multiple? Alright, so we want to find the LCM of 6, 10, and 15. Alright, so 6, 10, and 15. I'll show you the next way. When we're doing the LCM, you use the smallest prime number and then go down. right? So what is the smallest prime number? 2, 2 could go into any of these numbers. Yes. 2 into 6, 3. 2 into 10, 5. Can 2 go into 15? No. So you just bring down the 15. If the number cannot go into one, or if the number outside here cannot go into the digits here, you simply bring it down, right? You don't need to find a remainder or anything like that. Then you ask yourself, could 2 go into any of these numbers? No. What is the next prime number after 2? 3. 3 could go into any of these numbers? Yes. 3 into 3, 1. 3 into 5 cannot. 3 into 15, 5. Right? Could 3 go into any of these numbers again? No. The next prime number is 5. Could 5 go into any of these numbers? Yes. So it'll be 1, 1, and 1. Now that you have gotten 1, 1, 1 at the end, you find your LCM by multiplying these digits. So 2 3s are 6, 6 5s are 30. So we know that my LCM would be B, 30. Then we have number 6. A certain amount of money is shared among Jay, Troy, and Jordan. And I said in our classes that when we have the order in which they list out the names is the order in which the ratio would be given. So when they say Jay, Troy, and Jordan, just put GO for Jordan, right? And they told you that the ratio is 2 to 3, 2 to 3 to 9. What we have to recognize is 2 parts is J, Troy is 3 parts, and Jordan is 9 parts. Right? If Troy receives $40 more than J. Now that statement right here just means the difference between J and Troy is 40. So what in parts, we're looking at the ratio, we're looking at it as parts because this is a proportion. What is the difference between J and Troy? The difference between J and Troy is 3 minus 2 is 1 part. So we can say that 1 part, which is the difference between J and Troy in the ratio, is equal to 40. What then the amount of money shared is? So they want to know the total amount of money shared. What is the total number of parts? Your total number of parts would be 9 and 3, which is 12. 12 and 2, which is 14. So we want 14 parts. So if you know 1 part or the cost of one thing, you could find out for any number. So this would be 40 times 14, right? 0, 4 4s are 16, 1 4 is for 5. So the answer would be D, $560. Okay, now we're going to be doing January 2024, paper 1, number 3, 1 to 6. Alright, now let's go. The first question. Write 3.14063 written to 3 decimal places. Now we know 3 decimal places means 3 digits after a decimal point. So if I have 3.1, alright, so if we look at January 2024, paper 1, as we were saying for number 1, was 3. Hold on. So 3.14063. They want 3 decimal places. Again, that means 3 digits after a decimal point. So this is your first, this is your second, this is your third. A line is drawn after your third decimal point. Anytime you have to approximate and draw a line, you always look for the digits after the line that was drawn. That, and ask yourself if it is 5 or more. Obviously 6 is more than 5, so you have to add 1. Alright, so your answer would be 3.141. So that is B. Okay, now let's look at number 2. What percentage of 40 is 8? Now this question, if you recall, I told you guys it have something called is over of, right? And to turn anything to a percentage, we multiply by 100. So what they tell you is equal to 8 over 40 multiplied by 100 over 1. 8 into 8, 1. 8 into 40, 5. 5 into 5, 1. 5 into 100, 20. So the answer would be B. Number 3 says in standard notation 208.06 is written as, now standard notation or scientific notation, we want it in the form a multiply by 10 to the power of n, where a is a single digit, right, and n is your power, right? So we are looking at 208.06. We have to take our decimal point and shift it 1, 2. Why did we shift it 1, 2? Because we only want a single digit in front of your decimal point. In this case, it's 2. So it'll be 2.0806 multiplied by 10. It's always multiplied by 10. And n is the number of places you move your decimal point. In this case, it's 2. Now, the thing that we have to worry about is if it is positive 2 or negative 2. So if you shift your decimal point to the left hand side, it is positive 2. So the answer for this would be C. If you shift it to the right hand side, then it would be negative 2. Right, now this one we did already. What is the least number of apples that can be shared equally among 6, 10, and 15 children? When we did this question, the answer was 60. Sorry, not 60, it's 30B. Right? And then you can also ask yourself, if you want to do it, instead of doing it to find the LCM way, you can ask yourself, could 6 go into 24? Yes. Can 10 go into 24? No. So 24 is out of the question. What about 30? Could 6 go into 30? Yes. Can 10 go into 30? Yes. Can 15 go into 30? Yes. And you do that for C and D, and then you compare all numbers and look for the lowest number. In this case, among 30, 60, and 90, 30 is your lowest number. Right, then let's look at this. If 350 is shared in a ratio 3 to 5, the largest share is. Now, what is the total number of parts? The total number of parts in a 2 to 5 ratio would be 5, 6, 7 parts. Right, so they told you that 7 parts is equals to 350. So we know that one part, if 7 parts is equals to 350, then one part would be 350 divided by 7, which is 50. And they want to know the larger share, which is 5. 5 by 50 is 250. So the answer would be D. Number 6. There are 40 students in the class. Girls make up 60% of the class. 25% of those girls wear glasses. How many girls wear glasses in the class? So first off, girls would be 60 over 100, which is 60%, multiplied by 40 over 1. Cross out this, cross out this, cross out this. So we know there are 24 girls in our class. Right? Then they say 25% of the girls. What is girls? 24. So it is 25% means over 100. So it'll be 25 over 100 multiplied by 24 over 1. We know, we're supposed to know that 25 into 25 is 1, and 25 into 100 is 4. And then 4 into 24 is 6. So therefore, how many girls wear glasses? 6 girls wear glasses. Now we're going to be doing May, June 2023, paper 1. Right? Paper 1, number theory section. Right? This question was done already. So we know that the answer for this question is C. Right? Minus 3 squared plus minus 2 squared. Minus 3 squared means minus 3 by minus 3. And minus 2 squared is minus 2 by minus 2. Minus 3 by minus 3 is 9. Minus 2 by minus 2 is 4. 9 plus 4 is 13. So the answer for this would be 13. This question is a next repeated question. What percentage of 40 is 8? Right, that was 8 over 40 multiplied by 100 over 1, which is B, 20%. Right? Okay, number 3. When 0.45 is written as a common fraction in its simplest form, the result is. Now, this is basically decimals to fractions. And what I told you guys is 0.45. What we do is your decimal point is counted as 1. So it'll be 45. Your decimal point is 1. And how many digits after your decimal point? 2. So it'll be with 2 zeros. So that's 45 over 100. You ask yourself what could go into 45 and what could go into 100? 5, right? So you divide both of them by 5. That's 9 over 20. Can 9 over 20 be reduced? You ask yourself, if is there any number that could go into 9 and 20 at the same time? No. So the answer would be A. Right, this one, if 235 multiplied by 48.7 is 11,444.5, then what is 2.35 multiplied by 4.87? Now, if you look at this here and this here, they're basically the same number, they just have decimal points. And we know when we are multiplying decimal numbers, we remove your decimal point, multiply the number like normal. So that means 235 multiplied by 487 would be 114445. So that would be 114,445. Now, to do the second one, right, we know that we have to count how many digits after a decimal point. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we would be shifting our decimal point 4 places to the right, to the left, sorry, in your final answer. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer is 11.445, which is A. Part B, a test was marked out of 80. The boy scored 60% of the marks on the test. How many marks did he make? What if we read the statement right here? 60% of the marks, that's 60 over 100 of the marks. What is your marks? 80, because 80 is the total, right? You cross out this, cross out this, cross out this. So he got 48. That is how much marks he got, right? Number 6 says Dan sold 40 tickets in 5 days. So we know if you add up day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5, the answer is equals to 40 tickets. That's what you would do, right? Each day he sold 3 tickets more than the previous day. So day 1, we could say day 1 is X. We don't know how much he bought, right? So day 1 is X. Day 2, if you bought 3 tickets more than day 1, that would be X plus 3. Then day 3 would be X plus 3 plus 3, which is X plus 6. Then day 4 would be X plus 6 plus 3, which is X plus 9. Day 5 would be X plus 9 plus 3, which is X plus 12. Right? So this is what we have to understand with this question. Now the next thing is we have to find the sum of, if you were to add all of this. So if I were to add X plus 3 plus X plus 6 plus X plus 9 plus X plus 12, this would supposed to give you 40. I want to know what is X because my X is unknown. Right, so that would be X plus X, so you cross that out, plus X, cross it out, plus X, cross that out, plus X, cross that out, plus 3, cross it out, plus 6, cross it out, plus 9, cross that out, plus 12 is equals to 40. So how many X's are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5X plus 3 plus 9. Sorry, 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 12 is 30. So that's 30 is equal to 40. Right? We want to know what is X, so you're going to make X the subject. So 5X, if I were to carry across plus 30 over the equal sign, that would turn to minus 30. Why am I carrying across plus 30? Because I want X by itself, okay? So I'm going to carry across everything. So 5X is equal to 10. 5, now the relationship between 5 and X is multiplication, right? You can know 5 by what would give you 10. You know the answer is 2. However, you want X by itself, so again the relationship between 5 and X was multiplication. If you carry out multiplication over your equal sign, alternative division, so 10 divided by 5, so X is equal to 2. What did the question say? What is the ratio of the number of tickets sold on day 3? So we know X is 2, so that's 2 plus 6 is 8, right? To the number of tickets on day 5, which is 2 plus 12, which is 14. Right? So it's 8 to 40 ratio. Now you ask yourself, is there a number that could go to 8 and 40 at the same time? Yes, 2. So you divide this by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 40 divided by 2 is 7. So it's a 4 to 7 ratio. So the answer would be B. That is the end for May-June 2023 section 1, number theory section. No. Now, now we are going to be doing January 23, 2023, paper 1, number theory section 1 to 6. Number 1 says, what is the value of digit 2 in the number 48.821? We know that after your decimal point is tenths, hundreds, thousands. 2 is under your hundreds column, so it will be 2 hundredths. So that answer is A, 2 over 100. What percentage of 50 is 10? So you notice is over of multiplied by 100 over 1 is 10 over 50 multiplied by 100 over 1. 50 into 51, 50 into 100, 2 by 10 is 20. So the answer is B, 20. Number 3, in standard notation, it is written, so we want one digit in front of your decimal point. So it'll be 1, 2, so it'll be 2.8086. And we know if you shift to the left hand side, your power is negative. So it'll be 10 to the negative 2. Right, so that is C. Right?
Let's say right hand side, not your left.
Left hand, sorry, right hand side, right? Not left hand side. If you shift to your right hand side, your power is negative. If you shift to your left hand side, your power is positive. In a school, the ratio of a number of pupils to teachers, so P to T, is 20 to 1. If the number of pupils is 480, so 840, sorry, how many teachers are there? So we know that 20 parts is equals to 480, and we want to know one part, which is teachers, would be 840. I don't know why I'm saying 480. 840 divided by 20, right? 2 could go into 84 42 times, so it would be B, 42. Right? This one we did already. The bag of apples, a bag of apples can be equally shared in either 6 to 10 to 15 ratio. The minimum number of apples that is likely to be in the bag. The LCM of 6, 10, and 15 is 30. So you ask yourself, could 6 go into the first digit of 30? Yes. 10 could go into 30? Yes. 15 could go into 13? Yes. You do that for the rest of them, and then because I believe 6 could go into 60, 10 could go into 60, and 15 could go into 60. However, between 30 and 60, what is your smaller number? 30, so 30 would be your LCM. Right, number 6, if 4.3 multiplied by 0.37 is 1.591, then what is 43 multiplied by 0.37? We know when we are multiplying decimals, right, you remove your decimal point, multiply like normal, and then move back your decimal point. This question has 3 places, so you had to shift this. You had to shift your decimal point 3 places, right? So that means 43 multiplied by 37 would be 1591, right? So therefore 43 multiplied by 0.37 would be 15 divided 1, and how many digits are there after decimal place? 2, so it would be 1, 2. So the answer will be 15.91, which is B. That is how you would get number 6. Alright, hi, good day everyone. So we are going to be doing May-June 2022, paper 1, number theory 1 to 6. Alright, let's read. This is a repeated question. Minus 3 squared plus minus 2 squared was 13. This would be 9 plus 4, which is 13. This is a repeated question. Again, they ask you what is the value of 2 in this digit. This is your hundredths column, so it will be 2 over 100. Right? This was a repeated question. I think we did it a while back, right? And the answer was 2/3. We said 1 1/3 plus something will give you 2. And we tried all our answers, and we say 1 1/3 plus 2/3 would give you 1 and 3 over 3. Your denominators are the same, so you simply just add your numerators. 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 and 3 over 3 is 1 plus 1, which is 2. So the answer would be 2/3. This was a repeated question as well. We saw that the difference between them was odd numbers. So this was 5, this was 7, this was 9, this was 11, and the next one would have been 13. And 13 plus 33 is 46. So the answer is C. Alright. Number 5. If 30% of a number is 45, what is 4/5 of the number? So they said 30%, which is 30 over 100, multiplied by some number is equals to 45. We don't know what the some number is, so we carry across, multiply by 30 over 100. If we carry anything over the equal sign, it is divide. So it'll be 45 divided by 30 over 100, but it's 45 over 1. So that's 45 over 1. Multiply, division sign turns to multiplication, and you flip that fraction after your division sign, which is 100 over 30. We know that 5 could go into 30 6 times, 5 could go into 45 9 times, 2 could go into, not 2, 3 could go into 6 2 times, 3 could go into 9 3 times, 2 into 2 1, 2 into 100 50, 5 3s are 15. So the number is 150. So they want to know what is 4/5 of 150. So 4/5 of 150 over 1. 5 into 5 1, 5 into 15 is 30. Well, 5 into 150 is 30. 4 by 30 is 120. So the answer is B. Alright, so that is how you would have done this question. Number 6. A certain amount of money is shared in the ratio. So we're going to put 2 to 3 to 9. If the difference between the first and second share is 40, then amount of money is, now this we did a question like this. However, they use, if you recall, we use Jay, Troy, and Jordan, I believe, and they told you they just didn't use those names. Right, there's a 2 to 3 to 9. They told you the difference between the first and second is 40. The difference between your first and second ratio is 1. So they're telling you one part is equal to 40, and want to know the total, which is 9 and 3 is 12. 12 and 2 is 14. So they want to find for 14 parts, which is 40. You know, one part is 40, then 14 parts would be 40 multiplied by 14, which is what happened to my head? 560. Right, and that would be your answer. Okay, hi, good day everyone. So again, now we're going to be doing January 2020, paper 1, number theory 1 to 6. First question, what percentage of 40 is 8? We did this question. We know that the answer is 20, but I'll just do it 8 over 40. It is over off, just 8 over 40 multiplied by 100 over 1. Cross out a 0, cross out a 0, 4 into 4, 1, 4 into 8, 2. 2 by 10 is 20. Right? Write this number to 3 decimal places. We did this question as well. We know 3 decimal places mean we count 3 digits after a decimal. 1, 2, 3. A line is drawn after a 2 decimal. When you draw that line, you look to see if the number after the line is 5 or more. It is more than 5, so you have to add 1. So it will be 3.141, which is B. Right? Number 3. Well, let's do this. Right? We know, now you need to look at this question, pay attention and follow me, right? We know when we're multiplying decimals, remove your decimal point and then multiply like normal, and then we'll shift it back. Right? Shift the decimal point in number of places I have after a decimal point. There's 1, 2, 3. So this number was shifted 3 times. So we know that 43 multiplied by 37 is equals to 1,591. This question has 43 multiplied by 370, which is 43 multiplied by 37 multiplied by 10. Because 370 is 37 multiplied by 10. We know that 43 by 37 is 1591 multiplied by 10 is 15910. Now we have to count, move back our decimal place how many times? 2. So 1, 2. So the answer would be 159.1. This one, the first 3 common multiples of 3, 4, and 6 are. Okay, so you're asking yourself, what are, these are the first 3. So you ask yourself, could 3 go into 0? No. So therefore, A is out. Could 3 go into 3? Yes. Could 3 go into 4? No. B is out. Then you say 3 could 3 go into 6? Yes. Could 3 go into 8? No. Then you go 3 could go into 12? Yes. 3 could go into 24? Yes. 3 could go into 36? Yes. 4 could go into 12? Yes. 4 could go into 24? Yes. 4 could go into 36? Yes. 6 could go into 12? Yes. 6 could go into 24? Yes. 6 could go into 36? Yes. So the answer would be D. Although you already eliminated A, B, and C, so you didn't have to really do that last part, right? That is how we would do number 4. Right, we did this question. Oh no, they asked you for the larger share. We're asking for the smaller share. Number 5 says 350 is shared in a ratio 2 to 5. The smaller share is, so we know that the number of parts 2 to 5 is 7 parts. So 7 parts is 350. One part would be 350 divided by 7, which is 50. And then we want to know the smaller share, which is 2 parts, which is 50 times how many parts? 250 times 2 is 100. So the answer would be C. This question we already did as well when they asked how many girls wear glasses. I believe the answer was 6, but let's do it. They said 40% of the students are in a class. Girls make up 60%. 25% of those girls wear glasses. How many wear glasses? So you find 60%, 60 over 100 times 40. Cross over this, cross over this, cross over this, you get 24. Then you want to find 25 over 100 times 24, 25 and 25 1, 25 and 100 4, 4 into 24 6. So you know that the number of girls that wear glasses is 6 girls. Okay, so now we're going to do May June 2021 number theory 1 to 6. This first one, they love to bring this question. We saw this about 3 times or 4 times already. The answer is C. What percentage of 40 is 8? We did this question already. 20%. Right? This question, you just need to recognize that you count if you remove how many digits after a decimal point. 1, so this one is 1. So we could say that 235 multiplied by 487 is 114445. Right? So if they ask you this, how many digits are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll have to shift this 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer would be 11.4445. So the answer is A. Using distributive property. So distributive property states that whatever is outside, we're going to multiply by each term inside. So it is going to be, what do they have in common? 49. 49 multiplied by what? 49 multiplied by 17 sorry, plus 3. So this would be 49 multiplied by 49 multiplied by 20. So the answer would be A. Right? And that is how we would do this question. This question, we did this already. A test is marked out of 80. A boy scored 60% of the marks on the test. How much did the boy score? That's 60% of 80, which is, I believe, is 48, but let's just do it. 60 over 100 multiplied by 80 over 1. Cross out this, cross out this, cross it. 6 8s are 48. So the answer is 48. Okay, we did a question like this, but the question asked us what was the ratio between the 3rd day and the 5th day or something. So this question does not tell us that. They said Dan sold 40 tickets in 5 days. So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. You add them all up, you're gonna get 40. They said each day he sold 3 tickets more than the previous day. Do we know what is day 1? No. So X. Do we know what is day 2? Day 2 would be X plus 3. Day 3 would be X plus 3 plus 3, which is X plus 6. Day 4 would be X plus 6 plus 3, which is X plus 9. Day 5 would be X plus 9 plus 3, which is X plus 12. So if we add all of this up, it's supposed to give you 40. So X plus 3 plus X plus 6 plus X plus 9 plus X plus 12 is equal to 40. That would be X plus X plus X plus X plus x. Anytime you're writing over something, always cross it out so no you know that you have used this, right? Plus 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 12, so that would be 5x plus 3 and 9 is 3 and 6 is 9, 9 and 9 is 18, 18 and 12 is 30, so that would be 40, right? When you carry across this, 5x is equals to 10. 40 plus minus 30 is 10. So x would be 10 divided by 5, which is 2. We want to find for the third day, what is the third day? X plus 6, which is 2 plus 6, 6, 7, 8. So the answer would be 8, which is A. Alright, and that's how we would do this question. We're going to do January 2021, paper 1, number 3, 1 to 6. This question, again, this question is a repeated question. So we know that they ask for the place value of 2, right? Which is 2, and what placement is at 100. So it will be 2 over 100. Right? This question here, let's do it. We have 22.2 divided by 0.02. We know that when dividing decimals, you make your divisor, the number underneath here, a whole number. You have to shift it 2 places. So if you shift this 2 places, you have to also shift this 2 places. So the number will be 2, 2, 2, 0 divided by 2. 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 0, 0. So my answer would be D. They ask you for standard notation. Standard notation, again, I told you guys, this is A multiplied by 10 to the power of n, right? So you want A is a single digit, so you have to shift this in such a way you have a single digit. So it's 1, 2, so it'll be 2.0806 multiplied by 10. Your power here, it's how many places you shifted. You shifted it 2 places, and we shifted it to the left hand side, so it is positive 2. So your answer would be E. Right? This question, we all did it as well. In a school, the ratio of number of pupils to number of teachers, so pupils to teachers is 20 to 1. Right? They want to know how many teachers they'll get for if the number of pupils is 840, how many teachers are there? So we know 20 parts, which is pupils, is 840. How many teachers are there? 1 part. So 1 part would be 840 divided by 20. Cross out, that's 2 could go into 84, 42 times. So it would be B. B is your answer. Number 5, a question we already did. What is the lowest common multiple? The lowest number of apples that can be equally shared among 6, 10, and 15. This is B, 30. This question we just now done and I explained it. We know that when you're multiplying decimals, you remove your decimal point, multiply it like normal, and count. To get your final answer, you would count how many digits after your decimal point. 1, 2, 3. So this is this was shifted 3 places, right? To a decimal point. So 43 multiplied by 37 is 1591.
That's what it is.
So when we have 43 multiplied by 370, we need to recognize that 370 is 37 multiplied by 10. So we know that this will be 43 multiplied by 37 multiplied by 10. We know 43 by 37 is 1591 multiplied by 10 would be 15910. Now that we have gotten our answer without your decimal point, how many digits are there after your decimal point? 1, 2. So your decimal point at the end will shift 2 places. So that's how I got C, 159.1. Right, and then now we're going to do January 2020. Right, January 2020, paper 1, number 3, 1 to 6. What percentage of 40 is 8? That is 20. 2 thirds squared is 2 over 3 times 2 over 3, which is equals to 4 over 9, which is A. Right, they want the square root of 17 squared minus 15 squared. Okay, so squared numbers, we're supposed to know 17 squared by 17 squared is 289 minus 15 by 15 is 2, what is 15 by 15? 225. Right? And you find the square root of this. So 289 minus 225 is equals 9 minus 5 is 4, 8 minus 2 is 6, 1 minus 2 minus 2 is 0. Square root of 64 is 8. So the answer would be C. Question. The square root of 191, right? So we want to know the square root of 191 lies between. So we know the square root of this would be some number squared. So we know 11 squared and 13 squared. 11 squared is 121, 13 squared is 169. Right? Is this number between that? Yes. What about 12 squared? That's 144. 13 squared is 169. Does this lie between, does 191, sorry, it's not 161, it's 191. Does these numbers, sorry, hold on, let me just do this over because, okay. So we know when they say the square root of 191, it is equal to some number squared, right? Sorry, is equal to some number, and when you square that number you're going to get 191. Just want you guys to understand that. So we want to know what is the square root of 191 and does it lie between these numbers. So 11 squared and 13 squared, does 191 lie between that? 11 squared is 121, 131, sorry, 13 squared is 169. So you know it's not this, right? What about 12 squared? That's 144 and 169. No. 45 squared and 46 squared is going to be too large of a number. So your obvious answer through elimination would be C. Or you could say 13 squared is 169 and 14 squared is 196. Which 191 does lie between those two numbers. So you know the answer will be C, 13 and 14. This one here, this is out. This is 99 by 100 plus, right? So if you do what you call the thing, if you do expanded notation, you will be 99 multiplied by how many ones? 100 ones. And 99 by how many ones in this column? 1. So it would be D is your answer for this question. This question was repeated number 6. There are 40 students in the class. Girls make up 60%. We know 60% of 40 is 24. I'm not going to show you guys because I did this question like 3 times already. You want to know what is 25% of 24, which is 6. 25% is a quarter of 24. 4 could go to 24 6 times. So the answer would be 6. Now we're going to do May, June 2019. Right? Did this question already. Minus 3 squared plus minus 2 squared is 13. What number when added to 1 1/3 gives 2? We know it's 2/3. Right? This question here, 1.1 over 0.0. What? Shift this 2 places. You have to shift this 2 places. So it's 0 divided by what? It's 1110, which is D. Number 4, 12.5% of a sum of money is 40. What is the sum of money? Now, we need to recognize that, or remember that 12.5% is 1/8. So they're saying 1/8 multiplied by some value is 40. So you gotta know the sum value, which is 40. If you carry across multiply by 1/8, it'll turn to divide by 1/8, right? Which is 40 multiplied by 8 over 1, which is 320. Right? The answer would be B. 5. This is our next repeated question. A test was marked out of 80 as boys scored 60%. 60% of 80 is equals to 48. Right? 60 over 100 multiplied by 80 over 1. Cross out, 6 8s are 48. The square root of that 191 lies between. Right? So this number would be too big. 9 squared is 81. 11 squared is 121. This number does not lie between us, so it's not this. 11 squared is 121. 13 squared is 169. Again, not this. So the answer would be A, 13 and 14. Now we're going to do January 2019. So January 2019, paper 1, number theory, 1 to 6. Number 1, 2 thirds squared is 2 thirds by 2 thirds, which is 2 by 2 is 4, 3 threes are 9, so it would be 4 over 9. Correct to 3 decimal places is a repeated question. 1, 2, 3, a line would be drawn after a 2 decimal place. 6 is more than 5, so add would have a 1 will have to be added. So it'll be 3.141. In standard form means we want a multiplied by 10 to the power of n. A must be a single digit. This is a 3-digit number, so we want to shift it 1, 2. So you have 2.08 multiplied by 0806. Let's erase that. 2.0806 multiplied by 10 to the power of positive 2. Right? Because why positive 2? Because we shifted to the left hand side and you skip 2 places, so the answer would be A. If 560 is shared between 2 to 3 to 9, the difference between the largest and the smallest share, so the largest share is 9, smallest share is 2. The difference between these two is 7. So they basically telling you want to know what is 7 parts. Right? So we know 9, the total number. So total is equals to 560, and total in number of parts is 9 and 3 is 12, 12 and 2 is 14. So we know 14 parts is equals to 560. One part would be 560 divided by 14. And then, let's put over 14 just to make things a little bit easier for us. 7 parts would be 560 over 14 multiplied by 7 over 1. 7, 7, 1, 7, 14, 2. 2 into 5 is 2. Remainder 1. 2 into 16 is 8. You're looking for something that has 2, 8. That is C. Right, so you didn't even need to finish it out. The answer would be 280. Right, if 60% of a number is 90, so 60% multiplied by some number is 90. What is 4/5? We want to know that some number, so 60, if you carry across multiplied by 60%, it'll turn to divide by 60%. So that's 90 over 1 divided by 60 over 100, which is 90 over 1 multiplied by 100 over 60. Cross on the 0, cross on the 0. 3 could go into 6 2 times, 3 could go into 9 3 times, 2 into 2 1, 2 into 100. Sorry, 2 into 100 is 5. So 5 threes are 50, so it's 150. 4/5 of 150 would be 4 over 5 multiplied by 150 over 1. 5 into 5, 1. 5 into 15, 30, 40. 4 by 30 is 120. Right, this is a repeated question, although it just repeated one time a while back. The first 3 common multiples of 3, 4, and 6 are. So you ask yourself, could 3 go into all the digits in A? No. Could 3 go into all the digits in B? No. Could 3 go into all the digits in C? No. What about D? Yes. Right, and then you could see if 4 could go into all of these digits. Yes. Could 6 go into all of these digits? Yes. Right, so you know the answer is 6 for 6 is A. D. May, June 2018, paper 1, 1 to 6. The number 3.1406 is written to 3 decimal places. We did this question. It says 3.141. What percentage of 40 is 8? That's 20%. That's a repeated question. Using distributive law. So distributive law means, let's just do, if I have X and I have A plus B, it would be X by A and then plus X by B. Right, so we're looking for something like that. That means that's 49 by, hold on, let's just erase this so you can see it. X by A. So X 49 by 17 plus 49 by 3. If we compare these, you can see that X is 49, A is 17, B is 3, right? You put it back into this. That is 49 and 17 by 3 is 20, so it's 49 by 20, which is E. This one is an X repeated question. The answer is 46. We saw that the difference between the one term and the previous term are odd numbers, so it's 5, then this was 7, then this was 9, then this was 11. So the next one would be the next odd number, which is 13. So 13 plus 33 is 46. So the answer is 46. Right, this one they ask you to write this is a common fraction. We already know how to do this. This is a repeated question. The answer was E, but let's do it. 0.45, right? The decimal point counts as 1, so it'll be 45 over 1. And then how many digits after the decimal point? 1, 2, so we'll have 2 zeros. Divide this by 5, divide this by 5. 45 divided by 5 is 9. 100 divided by 5 is 20, so the answer is 9 over 20. Right, let's look at this. A certain amount of money is shared between in a 2 to 3 to 9 ratio. The difference between the first share and the second share is 40. Then the amount shared is. This is a repeated question. The answer is 560, but let's do it. So the difference between the first share and the second share is 1 part. So 1 part is equals to 40. A total parts is 14. So 14 would be 14 times 40, which is equals to 560. And that would be your answer for 6. Right? Now we're going to be doing January 20. Let's go January 2018, paper 1. This is where they changed the paper. Instead of 1 to 6 that we normally have. The previous years is before, after, not before. Before 2018, January is 1 to 10. So number 1, what percentage of 4 is 8? Answer for that is 20. The exact value of this, so it's 6 divided by 0.0003. You want your divisor to be a whole number, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So you shift that 4 places, so you have to shift it 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be 6 and 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by 3, which is 2 with 4 zeros. So that would be C is your answer. Right, this one here, 6 multiplied by 10 to the negative 6 is negative and is 0.6. Okay, so we want, this is how many, what 6 is this? This is 6 what? Hundredths. Right, so 0.06, this 6 is 600. So that's 6 multiplied by 1 over 100. Right, which is 6 multiplied by 1 over 10 to the power of 2. And laws of indices, if you guys recall, when you have a negative indices, this is 6 multiplied by 10 to the negative 2. So to turn that positive indices into a negative, it's 1 over 10 to the positive 2 would be 10 to the negative 2. So that 2 is negative 2. However, if you do not understand that, you could have used the answers and just substituted into this. 6 multiplied by 10 to the negative 1, 6 multiplied by 10 to the negative 2, until you get 0.06. Right? Let's read this. Paula bought 1 7/8 meters of fabric. So let's say Paula 1 7/8 to make a shirt, while Rita bought, so Rita is 1 3/4 to make her shirt. How much more fabric did Paula buy than Rita? Basically, they're asking you for the difference. 1 7/8 minus 1 3/4. Right, the LCM here is 8. 1 minus 1 is 0. Multiply 7 minus multiply by 2. Then 6, 7 minus 6 is 1. So it's 1 over 8. So the answer is E. Right, when you're subtracting fractions, you always check to see if your denominator is the same or different. If they're different, then you have to find LCM. Then compare the denominator with the LCM, and that will tell us how many times you have to multiply the numerator. Ow. Right, the value of 29.95 multiplied by 0.5 is approximately, so we know, again, when we are multiplying decimals, we remove the decimal point. 2,994 multiplied by 5, right? 5 4s are 20, 9 5s are 45, 46, 47, 47, 9 5s are 45, 45 and 4 is 49. 2 5s are 10, 10 plus 4 is 2 plus 4 is 15. So therefore this will have to shift. How many digits are there? 1 2 3, shifted 3 places. 1 2 3. Right, so answer would be 15 approximately. This is too little bit, this is too little bit, this is too much, so the answer is C. Right, and that's how you would get this. This question again repeated. 40% of the class is 40 students in a class. 60% is girls. 60% is 28. They want to find not 28. 24. They want to find a quarter of 24, which is 6. So the answer is E, 6. Right. Again, we did this. Right. Laws of distribution. We know that x by a plus b means x multiplied by a plus x multiplied by b. And if you compare it with 3 multiplied by 7 plus 3 multiplied by 5, we can see that this is 3 by 7 plus 5, which is 3 by 7, and 5 is 1 second, guys. 7 and 5. Actually, we don't even need to do that. We're just looking for something like that. 7 and 5. So that's 3 by 7 plus 5, which the answer would be C. The highest common factor of a set 30, 45, and 90, we're asking, what is your largest number that could go into all three of these numbers? First of all, 90 cannot go into 30, so it's not this. 15 could go into 30, yes. 50 could go into 45, yes. 15 could go into 90, yes. So the answer would be, right, so the answer would be C. Number 10, what is the least number of plums before they were using apples of 6, 9, and 12? This is different digits. So we need to find the LCM of 6, 9, and 12. 6, 9, and 12. First prime number is 2. 2 into 6, 3. Yeah. 2 into 9 kada. 2 into 12 is 6. So use 2 again because 2 could go into 6. 2 into 3 kada. 2 into 9 kada. 2 into 6 is 3. Then you're going to use 3 now. 3 into 3, 1. 3 into 9, 3. 3 into 3, 1. Then you're going to use 3 again. 3 into 1, 1. 3 to 1 cannot bring down the 1. 3 to 3, 1. 3 to 1 cannot bring it down. 2 twos are 4. 4 threes are 12. 12 threes are 36. So the answer is B. If 3n is an odd number, which of the following is an even number? So if we say, let's choose an odd number of 15. 15 minus 1, you'll get an even number of 14. 15 plus 2 is 17, so you know this is out. 15 minus 2 is 13, so you know this is out. And I don't know what this is about. If that's 3 by 5, because and if 3n is 15, then 5 is then 3 multiplied by what would give you 15? 3 by 5. 3 by 5 is 15. 2 by 5, so 3 5s are 15. 15 plus 10 is 25, so that is out. So D is out, so the answer is E. Right, and that would be for January 2018. May, June 2017. All right, let's look at the questions. This question is repeated, right? That's 3 squared minus 3 squared is 9, minus 2 squared is 4, 9 plus 4 is 13. What number when added to 1 and a third gives 2? This is a repeated question, 2 thirds. Anne and Betty has share a sum of money in a ratio 2 to 3. I told you the name, the order in which the ratio is given, the order of the names is in which the ratio is given. So Anne would be 2, Betty would be 3, right? Anne and Betty, hold on, Betty, right? If Anne receives $60 less than Betty, that line, Anne receives $60 less than Betty, means the difference between Anne and Betty is 60. The difference between 2 and 3 is 1. So 1 part is equals to 60. What is the total amount of money shared? We want to know what is 5 parts, because 2 and 3 is 5. So if 1 part is 60, then 5 parts would be 60 times 5, which is equals to 300. So D would be your answer. Right, this question, again, when we are multiplying decimals, we count we remove your decimal point, multiply like normal, and then shift the number of digits there after your decimal point is the number of times we would shift it. So you shift this one place, because there's one digit after a decimal point, so this was shifted one place. So we can deduce that 235 times 487 would give you 114445, right? So here now we have how many digits? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to shift it 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer is 11.4445. So it's A. Right, 5 is a repeated question. They want to know what is 60% of 80, which is 48. Right, 30% of a number is 45. What is 4/5 of that number? So 30 over 100 multiplied by some number is 45. So we want to know that some number. That number would be 45 over 1 divided by 30 over 100, which is 45 over 1 multiplied by 100 over 30. 5 into 30, 6. 5 into 45, 9. 3 into 6, 2. 3 into 9, 3. 2 into 2, 1. 3 into 2 into 150. 3 by 5, that's 150. So the one of the ones 4/5 of 150. I believe the answer is 120. Yeah? We have been doing this a few times, right? 150. Cross out the zero. No, sorry. 5 into 5, 1. 5 into 150 is 30. 30 by 4 is 120. So the answer for this question is B. Right, this one, a repeated question. What is the value of 2 in that digit? 2 is 200, so it's A. What is the highest common factor of 1250 to add 60? Meaning, what number could go into all three of these numbers? 60? No. 12? No. Why? Because 12 cannot go into 15 and 60 cannot go into 15. 3? Yes, so the answer would be B. This is a repeated question. The answer is 46, but let's just check it. The difference between 4 and 6 is 5. Difference between 6 and 13 is 7. Difference between 13 and 22 is 9. Between 22 and 33 is 13. We see that these are prime odd numbers. 5, 7, 9, 13. So the next one would be what am I saying? This is 11. The next one is going to be 13. So 33 plus 30, that's 46. Right, distributive law. Right, I showed you guys the form. A by x plus b, right, means A by x plus A by b. AB, sorry. If you put it in here, you can see that A is 49, X is 17, and B is 3. And if you put it back into this formula here, you can see it's 49 multiplied by 30. That's 17 and 3 is 20. So the answer would be 49 multiplied by 20, which is that. Now we're going to do January 27th. Right. So January 2017, paper 1, number 3, 1 to 10. This question was a repeated question. That's 2 thirds by 2 thirds. 2 twos are 4, 3 threes are 9, so it's 4 over 9. This is a repeated question as well. We know that if we remove your decimal point, that's 43 multiplied by 37, you'll get 1591. This has 43 multiplied by 370. We recognize that 370 is 37 multiplied by 10. So it would be 43 multiplied by 37 multiplied by 10. 43 by 37 is 1591 multiplied by 10 is 15910. So, and then you count how many digits after your decimal point. 1, 2. So you shift this 2 places. 1, 2. So it'll be 159.1. Sorry, 159.1, which is C. Number 3, standard notation. We want to shift this until they have 1 digit in front of your decimal point. 1, 2, so it'll be 2.0806. So anything that does not have that, that's B and D is out. Then it's multiplied by 10 to the power of. Your power determines how many times you shifted 2 places. The only one that has 2 places is A. So the answer is A. Right? This one, we want to know how much is the difference between the largest and smallest share. We did this already, but let's do it. Your largest share is 9. Your smallest share is 2. The difference between these two is 7 parts. The total number of parts is 14 because 9 plus 3 plus 2 is 14. we know that 14 parts is equals to 560. Then one part would be 560 divided by 14. We want to know 7 parts, which is 560 divided by 14 multiplied by 7. 7 to 7, 1, 7 to 14. 2 into 560 is 280. So the answer is C. Right, 60% of a number is 90. What is 4/5? I believe that the answer is 120, but let's check that out. 60 over 100 multiplied by some number is equals to 90. That some number would be, carry this across, that's 90 over 1 divided by 60 over 100. 90 over 1 multiplied by 100 over 60. Cross out this, you know, 3 could go into 6 2 times, 3 could go into 9 3 times. 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 100. 5 3s are 15. So that sum number is 150. 4/5 of 150 would be 5 into 5, 1, 5 into 15, 30. 4 by 30 is 120. So the answer is C. This question, how many girls wear glasses? The answer is 6. Right? We had to find 60% of 40, which is 24, and a quarter, which is 25%, is a quarter. A quarter of 24 is 6. Right, this one here, we did this question and it was 3n minus 1. This question here was expanded notation. It's 99 by 100s plus 99 by 1 ones. So it would be C is your answer. Alright, number 9. What is the least number of apples that can be shared? About 6, 8, and 9. This is different, so we need to find the LCM of 6, 8, and 9. We use 2, that's 3, 4, and 9. Then we use 2 again, that's 3, 2 and 9, and 2 again, that's 3, 1 and 9. Then you use 3, you get 1, 1, 3. Then you use 3, you get 1, 1, 1. Once you get 1, 1 at the end, you multiply. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 8. 8 3s are 24. 24 by 3 is equal to what happened there? Right. Right, 24 by 3 is 72, so the answer is D. Right, the asks you, this is a repeated question, what is the value of 2? 2 is in the 200s column, so the answer is E. And that would be the end of this of number, right, that would be the end of CSEC Math Paper 1 Section 1, which is number 3, 2024 to 2017.